But can we get him elected? It is 6:30, and I call to order the joint meeting of Planning and Zoning and Commission and the Capital Improvements Advisory Committee. It is 6:30 and Tuesday, November 5th. First order of business, we have a quorum present, is the approval of the minutes.
Move to approve.
Motion, was that?
Francis. Yeah.
Was that you, Francis?
Yes.
Motion by Francis, seconded by Jack. Vote now. You girls sound alike sometimes. Motion carries 7-0. Second order of business are regular hearings. The first one is the final plat of Vista Ridge Village Edition Lot 1A1 and Lot 1A2, Block B, on 6.796 acres out of the Juan Armendariz Survey, abstract number 28, zoned light industrial, located at 420 Oak Bend Drive, being a replat of Vista Ridge Village Edition, Phase 3, Lot 1A, Block B, 2410-8-RP.
Good evening, Commissioners. The replat of Vista Ridge Village Edition was submitted on October 7th, 2024, and has been reviewed by staff. Staff recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission disapprove the replat of Vista Ridge Village Edition for the deficiencies listed and delegate to staff the authority to accept and approve the plat once the listed deficiencies are corrected. The approved plat will be brought to the chair for signature.
Thank you. Commissioners, questions, comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to disapprove the final plat due to deficiencies and delegate the staff the authority to accept and approve the plat once deficiencies are corrected.
Second.
Motion by Aram, second by Ainsley. You may vote now. Motion carries 7-0. Item number 3 on the agenda, final plat of the Prologix Edition, Lot 3, Block A, on 6.364 acres out of the Samuel M. Hayden Survey, abstract number 537, zoned light industrial district located at 104 Holford's Prairie Road and 1098 East State Highway 121 Business, 241010 RP.
Good evening again, Commissioners. The final plat of Prologis Edition was submitted on October 7th, 2024, and has been reviewed by staff. Staff recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission disapprove the final plat of Prologis Edition for the deficiencies listed and delegate to staff the authority to accept and approve the plat once the listed deficiencies are corrected. The approved plat will be brought to the chair for signature.
Thank you. Commissioners, questions, comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion. State your motion.
Yes, motion to disapprove the final plat due to deficiencies and delegate to staff the authority to accept and approve the plat when deficiencies are corrected.
Thank you. Motion by Rick.
Second.
Second by Francis. You may vote now. Motion carries 7-0. Next on the agenda is a public hearing, the consideration of a special use permit for a car wash on a 1.221 acre lot legally described as Lot 3, Block A, the corners of Valley Parkway Edition, located at 1111 West Round Grove Road, zoned local commercial, as requested by Haley Peterson, Lone Star Builders, on behalf of Royce LLC, the property owner. 2422 SUP.
Good evening, Commissioners. Quick Quack is a car wash company who's previously requested an SUP, which you guys granted last year for their location at Lakeside Circle, and they are requesting to build another car wash in this location. This site is already developed as a car wash, and with Quick Quack coming in to this spot, they will be updating the processes that are currently used on this site, making it far more water efficient and easier for our wastewater to process with the sand and grit traps they will have. They've also provided us lots of documentation regarding sound mitigation and light, and so those things will not be of a negative impact to the surrounding properties either. They are going to be demolishing a portion of that existing tunnel and then changing the layout a little bit. With this, they will be updating the facade to be 80% brick or stone veneer. They've also muted their colors, which are yellow and green, to comply with the standards we have here in Lewisville. They'll be adding 19 additional native trees to the property through landscaping on the various buffers. When we were doing our review of the site, we found that on the rear of the property, there was this turf strip that didn't have any trees or plantings on it, but it was kind of a hub for litter. And so through adding that, we're hoping that'll decrease kind of that litter spot there, especially as it borders a daycare to the north. They're also enclosing their trash cans, so overall it'll improve the sustainability of the site as well as the look and feel and bringing it into compliance with our long-range plans in the area. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, and the applicant is here as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Commissioners, questions, comments? If not, I'll open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak, please come forward, state your name and your address, and we'll be happy to hear from you. Having no one come forward, I will close the public hearing. Commissioners?
I just have a quick question. I'm sorry. You say they're going to demolish part of it and add about 19 new stalls? Is that making it?
No, sir. I misspoke. They're adding 19 additional street trees.
Oh, tree. Okay. So is it going to be the same size it is now, or is it going to be will the footprint be bigger?
No, sir. It's getting smaller, actually.
It's actually going to be smaller.
We have an exhibit. Oh, thank you, Michelle.
So this is the landscape plan, but you can see the proposed building is kind of in the same footprint as the previous building, the existing building here. There's currently bays right here that are used for auto repair. Those will all be demolished. That area will instead be used for queuing and for an expanded vacuum bay area.
Okay. Did I read in there where you actually got a response? Someone sent something in, a response?
We had one call inquiring about the project, but no support or displease.
Because there are houses pretty much right there, right? Aren't there? Isn't there a neighborhood pretty much right on the side, pretty close to it there?
There's a daycare and then an elementary school before there are houses, but then there are houses down to the west.
Okay, I thought, okay.
It's the
Thank
school.
A question, I didn't recall seeing any declaration that were they increasing the amount of volume? Was this to increase volume, throughput?
Volume of what?
The number of cars going through the facility per day.
I think it will be higher than what is currently or what was there. It's a modernized facility that has a lot more queuing and a lot more of the vacuum bays. Previously, it was a car wash that was kind of associated with the quick car auto repair.
Right.
The original was a full-service car wash where they did everything. Other questions, comments?
I just have to say that I'm currently use them on 121 and I like it, so it'll be nice to have a separate one.
Nice to know, thank you.
Yes.
If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the special use permit as presented.
Motion by Francis.
Second.
Second by Ainsley. You may vote now. Motion carries 7-0.
Commissioners, this item will be considered by the City Council on Monday, December the 2nd, 2024 at 7:00 p.m. for a second public hearing and a final decision. Thank you.
Thank you. Announcements?
Yes, I do have one announcement. If you were able to attend the state conference, I do think that was a successful event. And Richard Lukey was awarded the planning icon for the state of Texas, so it's very exciting.
He was already our icon, so.
And then I also just wanted to invite everybody to the Backyard Cottage Award reception. So we don't have who the winners are yet, but we are in the judging phase of the Backyard Cottage competition. It has closed, and we are now getting our judging panel to evaluate all the entries. But that award reception will be Monday, December 2nd from 5 to 7 p.m., and it's here at City Hall.
It will be, I'll be on the 3rd floor in the mayor's reception area. We get to go on the balcony, which I'm pretty excited about.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited to see what came through. In that case, we've finished business for this evening. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Rick.
Second.
Second by Aaron. All in favor? Motion carries 7-0. We're adjourned. And now I'll leave it to you.
Thank you. The time is now 6:41, and I'd like to call to order the Capital Improvements Advisory Committee, and that a quorum is present. The first item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Has the committee had a chance to review that?
Move to approve.
We have a motion by Karen and a second by Joshua. All in favor, indicate. That passes unanimously. The first item on the agenda is regular hearings, and the first item is to receive a presentation on the semi-annual report for the period of April 1st, 2024 to September 30, 2024, and consider acceptance of the report and forward it on to City Council for review. Staff?
So do I need to do anything special to pull this one? I'm scrolling through. Perfect. Okay. Good evening, CIC. My name is Kelly Rouse. I'm the Assistant Director of Public Services for the city. You saw me about 6 months ago, and I understand that we have 2 new faces on the committee. Last time when we presented, the report essentially is a very standard form, really until you get to page 5. That's really going to be the newest updated information in this report. Tonight, I'm going to have Mr. Rashawn Chowdhury. He is our Capital Improvements Program Manager in our Public Services Department, and it was just only fitting that he's presenting the capital recovery fee report that we've recovered in that last 6 months. With that said, I just want to give a quick, brief update. I don't want to touch your projects necessarily, but what you'll see in the following 6 months, we are wrapping up our collection system master plan. Following that study is another update to our impact fee, so another impact fee study. So the current fees that you see today, that should change by the time you meet back in April of next year, I believe. So just that's to be seen. So this will be the last report. The last time we skipped over a lot of the stuff that we typically specifically covered, but we are going to go line by line, talking about history, how we arrived here, and this will be Rashawn's first time presenting this. So new for everybody. If you have any questions, I'm available. Our Director of Public Services, Aaron Russell, is also available. And then if you have any questions after the meeting, please let us know. And with that said, Rashawn, please come up here and we'll go from there.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman and committee members. My name is Roshan Chaudhary, Capital Improvement Project Manager for Public Services. Today I'm going to present a semi-annual report on what we have collected as impact fee. This report is based on and prepared according to Chapter 395, and it's from April 1st, 2024 to September 30, 2024. The purpose of this report is, as per law, as a committee member, you are in charge to advise and assist the city in adopting land use assumptions, periodic review of impact fee and capital improvement plans, monitor and evaluate the implementation of the capital improvement plan, prepare semi-annual report evaluating the progress of capital improvement plan and impact fees. And they advise city of the need to update or revise the land use assumption plan, the capital improvement plan, and the impact fee. So as we have a few new members in the committee, I would go a little bit about the background. In 1986, the city of Lewisville adopted capital recovery fee program, followed by there was update from the Texas legislature in 1987. The city of Lewisville adopted that in 1988 and fully approved with all the update and revised the capital recovery program on 1990s, on January 22nd and 1990. About this, in order to prepare this annual report, city engaged with Fries and Nichols in 2017 to do land use assumption and population projection, followed by Burkhoff, Hendricks, and Carter took that information population projection and implement into the water and wastewater master plan. So the current master plan and land use assumption and the capital recovery fee are approved by City Council in September 17, 2018. So what basically include in capital recovery fee program? On the wastewater side, there are a series of projects that included in the capital recovery fee program. Those series of projects are water supply projects, water treatment projects, high service pump station, ground storage tank, elevated storage tank, water distribution and transmission line, and water system planning expense. So all these projects that I have mentioned, in order to eligible for capital recovery program, only when they are related to the capacity improvement. Any project related to rehabilitation or replacement is not eligible for capital recovery fee program. Down below on the table, sorry. Okay. So here, on page 3, the table at the very bottom, total water system. So based on the study, Burkhoff, Hendricks, Carter proposed the plan and the projected cost for the project, cost for the plan. Projects, CIP projects, so the total in 20 years, we will be anticipating to spending $150 million and change. And with this time frame, on the 5-year time frame, we utilized total $45 million and change towards the water projects. Similarly, on wastewater side, and also the detail of the projects are in Appendix A on engineering evaluation report. On the wastewater side, There are a series of projects as well. The projects are wastewater treatment facility, lift station and force main, water collection line, and system planning expenses. And down below the table, it talks about a total water system, how much it will cost in 20 years. So it's $194 million and change, and what we utilize in 5 years, it's a $69 million and change. So basically, how we calculate capital recovery fee. So the impact capital recovery fee or impact fee are based on living unit equivalent, which is subjected to meter. For example, 3/4 inch meter is equivalent to 1 LUE, which is living unit equivalent. And the City Council approved in 2018 the standard rate for water and wastewater, and it's in the table on the page 5, and it would be good to, I can guide you through. So as you look at the table, 3/4 inch meter as equivalent to 1 LUE, and the capital recovery fee associated for the water is $2,614, and on the wastewater side, $2,724. So it says that for the 1 LUE, we received or we collected total $5,338. As you see, as the meter size is increasing, LUE equivalent is also increasing, and price as well. With that being said, I will move to the main component of this report. So you will see every 6 months it's updated. So and then during the time frame of April 1st, 2024 to September 30, 2024, the City of Lewisville has capital recovery fee collected for the water total $786,654.09, accrued interest of $6,302.54 at an average interest rate of 4.04%. That's on the water side. On the wastewater side, City of Lewisville collected a total $699,567.29, plus accrued interest of $5,604.81. The next, these are the impact fee from the water and the wastewater side. On the next page, I will talk about building permit that City of Lewisville issued in this 6-month of time frame. So total building permit has been issued is 87. The breakdown is 5 towards the new commercial, 3 for new commercial shell, 76 for new single family, and 3 for multifamily. And total collection, City of Lewisville collected as impact fee is $2,088,631.33. Down below the table, there is a breakdown of new multifamily in the City of in the Lewisville area and in the Castle Hill area. So in the Lewisville area, City of Lewisville issued 1 building permit for CP Midway 121, which has 3 building and total 251 total unit. Similarly, on Castle Hill side, Jefferson Castle Hill Marketplace Phase 2, 1 building permit issued for 1 building, has total 381 building unit. Another on Castle Hill Aura Crown Center Phase 3, 1 building permit has been issued with the total 300 total units on that. So I talk about impact fee we collected on the water side and the wastewater side. I talk about building permit we have issued, and I'm going to take some time and I'm going to talk about CIP projects on the water and the wastewater side. So based on the master plan, we have a few projects that's going on right now. On the wastewater side, the most priority project is electrical improvement project. The design has been completed. City procured the transformer, which was the long lead item, and now we are aiming towards the construction. We are anticipating to start construction in 2025, first quarter of 2025, and that's the one project. The second project is Irrigation Basin project, which is a big project for the city in terms of amount. 60% design is completed, that project. We are currently working with the design consultant to finalize what is the long lead item that city has to prepare or maybe in future procure and then move in the construction. So we are working on that. We reviewed 60% design, made some comment, and now we are aiming for 90% submittal by first quarter of 2025. The third project is Midway Ranch Lift Station project. Design completed. We bidded that project in August 2025. We received 3 bidders, and we are currently evaluating their bid document in order to make final decision, like whom we are selecting for the construction. These are on the wastewater side. On the water side, the project called Combined Pump Station Project. We awarded design contract to the consultant, and we are currently working on, and the consultant is currently working on gathering data such as survey data, geotechnical investigation data, and SUE, subsurface utility engineering data. Once they got all the data, they will prepare 30%, which is a preliminary engineering report, and we will be reviewing in first or second quarter of 2025. With that being said, I will jump back to the report and conclude. The City of Lewisville has not reported any written complaints or perceived inequities or inadequacies regarding the capital improvement plan or the impact fee requirements. The current impact fee program complies with Chapter 395 of the Texas Local Government Code. And with that saying, if you all have any question, I'm happy to answer that.
Thank you. Does the committee have any questions?
Yes. So I see that like the impact recovery fee is always greater on the wastewater side than the water side, but yet the fees recovered, the water is greater than the wastewater fees collected. How can you explain that to me? I'm sorry.
So I would request.
I'm trying to think of an example.
Just different.
I just want to clarify your question to make sure that I'm answering what you're actually asking. So the total amount for water is less than the wastewater. Is that what you're looking at?
Well, the wastewater total is $786,654, and then the wastewater is $699,567. But in the above table, all of the wastewater recovery fees are greater than the water recovery fees. So I was just wondering what the difference is, why the water was greater than the wastewater in those totals below.
So you're referring to the table on page 4?
5.
Page 5.
So on top of page 5, and then the 2 statements at the very bottom. The collected fees for water, the collected fees for wastewater. In my mind, I would think that the recovery fees for wastewater would be greater than the recovery fees for water based on the table just at the top of page 5.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, you're right, Michelle.
Okay.
So when commercial businesses come in, they don't just have, they'll have a domestic meter, which includes restrooms, which goes to the sewer system for the wastewater, but they'll also have irrigation meters, which is water only.
Okay.
So they have to pay impact fees on those as well. Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome. Thank you.
Any
Other questions from the committee?
Just a question. These projects that are ongoing now, are they mostly in anticipation of growth, the community growing, which I'm assuming they are, or is it to replace old infrastructure that needs to be, it's outdated and it needs to be replaced? Or is it kind of a combination of that, or?
So I'll take that. So the projects that he was mentioning were all attributed to growth. So example, one of the reasons why we need to move to expand the wastewater plant is that we operate under a rule, TCEQ, they call it the 75-90 rule. And so once your plant has reached 75% of its permitted discharge capacity, the state says you have to expand because you need to prepare for, you've crossed the threshold, you need to start designing to expand. Once you hit 90% of that flow, the state says, okay, now you need to be in construction. And so we have hit that 75% mark in 2019. We have a master plan. We've been in design. Specifically, the expansion project there is being delivered by what we call a CMAR. It's a construction manager at risk delivery method. And basically what that does is it accelerates that design and procurement all at once, rather than design for a certain period of time, then go find a contractor, and then they have to procure. So we've specifically chosen that method to address the rapid flows that we're seeing at our plant, directly attributable to the growth. Also density, in some of the sub-basins that wastewater plant serves. The electrical improvements, that is more related to infrastructure upgrade, but it also is addressing the electrical load is increasing. So once again, it's a somewhat of a rehab, but it also is addressing the growth, just the electrical demands at that facility. And on the water side, the same thing is happening. That the water master plan obviously is directly related to growth. The plant currently has a capacity rating of about 20.5 million gallons per day for production. That analysis really said that plant, to meet build-out needs for the city of Lewisville, that plant should be in the ballpark of about 30 to 35 million gallons per day production capacity. And so that first project that he talked about, it's called the Combined Pump Station in Clearwell. Essentially, we're adding more reserve capacity at the plant, and then we're constructing a new pump station to pump to, and I'm sorry to bore you with the detail, but to do two different pressure planes across the city. And just we're preparing to ultimately expand that production capacity at the plant. The other side of that, and it's not necessarily construction related, but we also contract with the city of Dallas for treated water services as well as Upper Trinity. And it's in our plan to sequentially bump that take that we take from them on an annual basis. We look at these numbers annually, and then we ultimately, if we come into a really rough summer, we're talking with management to ultimately increase that subscription from DWU or from Upper Trinity Regional Water District. So we're always trying to stay ahead of the demand, but also balance over committing and essentially having water or having dollars for the water needs not really ever be used. We design the water system around max day demands, right? So not on an average day like we do on the wastewater side. Sure. I don't know, that was probably a lot of information.
No, I'm glad that you took the time to explain that.
But yeah, anything else? Any other questions? But yeah, in terms of the capital, the recovery fee, as Rashawn indicated, we can't use capital recovery fee dollars for rehabilitation projects. We have to use them for growth-related projects. And don't want to repeat what you said, but.
Thank you, Kelly. Yeah. Any other question?
Any other questions?
No.
Well, again, thank you. Can we have a motion?
I make a motion to accept the report as presented and forward it to the City Council for review.
Second.
We have a motion. Francesca, and second by Karen. All in favor? Indicate. Okay. And that passes unanimously. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is particularly timely on today of a general election. We are going to have one of our own, and we're going to select chair and vice chair. Would staff like to give any directions?
No, just our previous chair was Mary Ellen, and Jack was our vice chair, which is why he's been leading the meeting tonight. So we just need a new chair and possibly either a new or reconfirmation of our vice chair.
I would like to nominate Jack to continue as, and go on onward as chair, and Joshua as vice chair.
Any conversation? No, I can't do that. Sorry.
Second. You can't vote for yourself.
No, I can't vote for myself.
Second.
Oh.
There we go.
All in favor? Yes, I can vote.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
With that passes unanimously. Thank you very much. So we've accomplished the 2 items on the regular agenda, and now we can have a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
System is a little slow today.
Click. It's because it Henry.
Second.
We have a
There we go.
There we go.
Aaron, Bully, well, there we go.
It was there.
There we go. And we are adjourned.
All right. Congratulations, guys.